Partial representation can include just having an attorney conduct a deposition, which is a discovery process whereby, the other party is made a subpoena to come to usually a conference room, the attorney's office, and then the attorney can ask them questions under sworn testimony, and also have them bring documents. And thereafter, that transcript and those documents can then be used by the person in the court proceeding. So it's a way of gathering evidence to assist someone who's representing themselves, who otherwise really wouldn't be able to gather that information, or they wouldn't know how to get that information. Maybe they wouldn't even know what questions to ask of the person. So oftentimes, as part of preparation for trial, an attorney will do a deposition in order to gather information up front, to ask certain questions. There's a benefit to knowing how someone is going to answer a question before you get to trial. So that does two things for the attorney. It lets the attorney know what the answer is going to be, so that if the other person says that it's not truthful, then they can gather the evidence needed to show that what they're saying is lying, okay? And it's important that if someone's lying, that the court know that. And if you wait until the trial to find out that someone's going to lie, then maybe you don't have the opportunity to show the court that it's a lie. So it's a really good tool to prepare for hearings. The other thing it does is it pins a person down to their story, so to speak. So if I'm to ask a person, what concerns they have, or if they have any concerns about parenting of another parent, and they say they have no concerns, but then at the trial they come out with 5, 6 concerns, then you can use that transcript. And I would explain to the person how to do that if they were doing it on their own, but you can use that transcript to show the court that their story has changed. So that that gives the court an idea that the person might not be telling the truth, may not be credible, which helps the person in that scenario. If the person is telling the truth, then at least the other party can prepare the evidence that they might need to respond to that, to maybe explain it. And again, the earlier you know how someone's going to testify, the more prepared you can be at trial. So that information type gathering can be invaluable to a person who's representing themselves. And that's why, they're good tools, and that's why attorneys use them. For quite a few years now, Connecticut has allowed something called partial representation or limited scope representation. We call it a-la-carte representation. So you can hire an attorney, if you can't afford it for your whole case, you can hire an attorney for bits and pieces of your cases where you think you might need the most help. We've always done free phone consultations. We've always wanted to make ourselves available for people just to get procedural information, price information, and just to, determine whether or not they'd even think about using us or want to use us.